Hey there, y'all. That's right. It seems like winter is so far off. So we've been on our own little heat tour. You'll recognize the Eras tour here with Corpus Christi. Taylor Swift is out in California, but we are having our own little party here. It has been so hot here in the coastal bend. We are the warmest July on record through today's date, and that's actually not including today's. That's through yesterday's date, but you can see we're not needing any help from today. We've got plenty of orange on this map here. Today, we topped out at 98, 94 right now, so a couple degrees down, and we'll continue to go down throughout the rest of this evening. Thankfully, it feels like 105. It shouldn't last for too much longer, but it is still pretty warm if you are heading outside this evening or have any plans. Temperatures fall into the middle and lower 70s overnight. We had a low of 73. That was a really nice welcome from the upper 70s and low 80s that we've seen over the past couple of weeks. However, the humidity is still there, so it's going to make our actual air temperature tomorrow of 100 feel a little closer to 113. So we don't have a heat advisory out for tomorrow just yet, but it is likely because these feels like temperatures are going to stay very hot. Here's a look at air temperatures through tomorrow morning, again getting into the 100s and then back down into the lower 90s and upper 80s into tomorrow evening. But again, add the humidity on top of that, and here's what it's going to feel like. These pink colors here getting up to 113 again tomorrow. So very, very hot weather continuing, all courtesy of this high pressure right here that so far this summer has been either to our west, our north, right on top of us, everywhere except to the east of us. However, that's kind of where it's heading into later this week, but we're still going to be very, very hot. What it would do really having it go to our east is open up the window for a little bit more moisture, but it's not going to be enough, unfortunately, to give us any significant rain chances. Maybe about a 10-20% at best heading into later this coming week along the sea breeze. We do have a low shower chance again tomorrow, but again, very, very low, just like today. That high pressure, though, is going to come right back down on top of us, and you can see kind of stretch out across the entire lower United States. So very hot weather is unfortunately still in our forecast. And like Brian said, winter is all but 6 months away. It's nowhere in sight, unfortunately. You can see lots of upper 90s and 100s here on our forecast, and every day is going to be within 1 to 2 degrees of the record high. So very hot weather continuing here in the coastal bend with feels like temperatures still in that heat advisory criteria. So that's 110 to 115. Anytime we get above or at 115, that's going to constitute an excessive heat warning. And in the past 4 or 5 years, we've seen collectively 3. This year so far, we've seen 27, and it looks like we may be adding some more heading into later next week. So very hot weather continuing. The only good thing coming from this high pressure is it keeps our side of the tropics quiet here in the Gulf of Mexico. Otherwise, we do have Invest 96L with a high chance of development over the next 7 days, but it's not a threat to Texas. That's because that high pressure over us is pushing the jet stream towards the Bermuda High, and that's going to force Invest 96L and what becomes of it to go around that high pressure. The next storm name is Emily. Again, not a threat to us here in Texas. Lows tonight in the 70s, 76 for Corpus Christi. Tomorrow topping out at 100 degrees. So very hot. Make sure y'all are staying hydrated, wearing lots of sunscreen this entire week. It's going to feel very, very hot, so we can't stress that heat safety enough. Brian.